What's your favorite superhero franchise? The MCU? They had a pretty solid decade there, but then Phase 4 happened.
Oh, because I'm better than you?
Shut up!
The DCEU? It had its winners, sure, but trying to play catch up with Marvel kinda made their whole universe a mess, to the point where it's getting rebooted. No. The best superhero franchise out there has no need for bat suits or vibranium or web shooters. All we need is a tank top and family.
Family.
Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of the latest entry in a franchise that has completely abandoned all reality at this point, Fast 10, or X. Whatever they want to call it, this franchise has definitely been out there with their sequel titles. But before we get started, you know exactly what to do. Please leave a like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and each new one gets me that much closer. Now let's get into it. Fast X begins with a lengthy flashback to the absolute insanity of Fast 5's vault heist sequence, introducing Jason Momoa's Dante Reyes, the son of Hernan Reyes, the drug lord from Fast 5. Another retcon to the already convoluted as hell timeline here, as it turns out that Dante was actually there back on the bridge that day and has been planning his revenge for the last 10 years. And now he's back to take away everything that Dom cares about. But let me just say real quick that Jason Momoa is fantastic in this movie and is easily probably the best villain this series has had so far. He is so deliciously evil and over the top that he steals every single scene he's in.
Tommy,
I knew you would come for me. I'm Dante. Enchanté.
Something that might have been a little too much in a different franchise, but it works so well for Fast and Furious. Combine that with the fast-paced, physics-defying action scenes, the genuine fun this cast seems to be having, the chemistry they all share, and that all makes for a pretty damn fun movie.
It's all about
family!
Now, if you know those movies, there's not really much I can say about the characters that will surprise you, but here we go. Vin Diesel's Dom is still here in all of his growling and family-supporting glory, maintaining his status as a badass with a heart of gold, and seeing him continue his fatherly role from Fast 9 was a nice touch, even though continuity was really tossed right out the window with little Brian, who started off as a white baby, became a Brazilian child in the next movie, and now is black. I could completely care less about the color of his skin, but that's just a very bizarre and distracting casting choice. That being said, little Brian, played here by Leo Abello Perry, holds his own and is a charming addition to the crew, and his scenes with a much more lighthearted and funny Jacob, played by John Cena, constantly made me smile.
So,
Uncle Jacob?
Your dad sent me.
The rest of the crew is fine here too, settling into these roles that they've played for years, with ease and fun, while each getting a chance to shine. Tyrese Gibson's Roman Pierce is still an egotistical, emotional dummy that has a ton of heart and is the butt of dozens of jokes, though sometimes I can't really tell if Tyrese is just acting or just being himself on set. He and Ludacris's Tej are still one of the power duos of this franchise, and they actually made me laugh out loud a few times, even if they don't have the biggest part to play in the story overall. Speaking of not having the biggest parts, that came out wrong.
That's what she said.
Speaking of characters not having the biggest parts in the story, though everyone does get a moment to shine, a lot of characters are sidelined here. Jordana Brewster's Mia, Charlize Theron's Cypher, Michelle Rodriguez's Letty, Jason Statham's Shaw, Sung Kang's Han, and especially Natalie Emmanuel's Ramsey, who has less of a reason to be here than she did in the last movie. They each get some jokes, a few minutes of screen time, and a pretty badass choreographed fight scene, but the story doesn't really do too much else with their characters, saving the goofier, more melodramatic shit for Dom, Jacob, Little Brian, and Dante, along with several newcomers that get much more screen time than the OGs for some reason.
who are you people?
There's Suicide Squad's Daniela Melchior as Isabel, a woman betrayed by Dante that teams up with Dom. Melchior is incredibly talented, but you can't really tell that well in this movie because they really don't give her too much to do. The next newcomer that many were confused about when they saw her in the trailer is Tess, played by Brie Larson. She's the daughter of Kurt Russell's late Mr. Nobody character, and unlike in Captain Marvel, she surprisingly brings a lot of charm to her scenes, though she does not look comfortable holding a machine gun.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
The last newcomer here is Alan Richton's Ames, the new head of the agency, and besides Jason Momoa's Dante, he's probably my favorite character in this movie. Just like in Reacher, Richton is big and intimidating, kicking major ass during his fight scenes and having a ton of charisma while doing it. This guy is destined to be the next big action hero, mark my words. And I think that's all the characters.
Oh my god! It's literally everyone!
Look, there's not really anything I can add to the discussion about the Fast and Furious movies that you don't already know. Yes, they're insanely unrealistic with action that borders on completely stupid at times. The film takes the characters all over the globe in seconds, usually for no reason. The plot is riddled with holes and inconsistencies. The interpersonal conflicts between the family members are cheesy and melodramatic. The religious overtones and themes of family are thrown in your face pretty hard.
Family.
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 But you know what? I loved almost every second of it. Even taking away Jason Momoa's fantastically flamboyant performance, this is a movie from producers in a franchise that knew exactly what it was about 10 years ago and has done nothing else since then but try to deliver on that for the fans that just want to see crazy, insane action. And it works so well. Maybe if this would have came out about 10 years ago when I was trying to expand my movie knowledge and was a lot more pretentious, I probably would have hated it like a lot of critics are. But with today's current landscape of big movies and franchises being completely ruined by divisive politics, awful messaging, mean-spirited humor, and just general nihilism, it was incredibly refreshing to see a cheesy, basically B movie that felt right at home in the 2000s in the year 2023, with a hefty enough budget to make most of the special effects look way better than anything Marvel has done in the last few years. I mean, aside from a few shots that are easily green screened or some shots where the CGI character that replaces the actor looks pretty wonky. But that still puts it above most of what the MCU and DCEU have put out recently, aside from maybe like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Black Panda. Aside from maybe Wakanda Forever and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This movie even ends on a cliffhanger and has a post-credit scene, which simultaneously made me laugh while actually getting really excited for the next one. So overall, though it has a ton of flaws and is completely over the top and ridiculous, Fast X knows what it is and knows what the fans want and delivers that shit in spades, while being anchored by a scene-stealing villain in Jason Momoa, and I kinda loved it for that. And that's my review of Fast X. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a like. That really helps out with the algorithm so more people can see my channel. You can also leave a comment with your thoughts below, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you get notified whenever I post again. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and with your help I can definitely do it. You can also find the links to my socials in the description below, and while you're at it you can click or tap on these cards here. They'll take you to my review of Sisu or just over to my channel where you can check out my reviews, my shorts, and my old shit. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.